Hello, I'm Richard A. Boxall, presenter of the Diary of a Wannabe Writer podcast, and you are listening to the unofficial British Artists Top 40 chart. Do you like Tate McRae and Teddy Swims? Well, so do I, but they won't appear in this top 40 because all of the songs in this chart feature a British musician as a named artist on the track. To qualify for this chart, a British artist counts as anybody from the British Isles, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland or the Republic of Ireland, as well as any artists that have chosen to adopt one of these nationalities. The chart is compiled from the official UK Top 100, which can be located at officialcharts.com, but will feature only British artists. Typically, there are less than 40 British tracks in the chart each week, so sometimes I make up the numbers at the bottom of the chart with the highest achieving chart dropouts, although I haven't had to do that this week. The official chart is released every Friday, and this chart will be released every Sunday. The chart is available as a Spotify playlist, the details of which can be found in the show description. I don't track re-entries, so all of the songs returning to the chart are listed as new entries. So, here's this week's chart for Sunday the 2nd of February 2025. At number 40, down 12 places, is Sea China with Peggy. I apologise, Sea China, I've been pronouncing your name wrong every week up until this point. At number 39, Sienna Spiro is down 5 places with Maybe. And at 38, Ella Henderson is down 3 places with Filthy Rich. Sam Fender has a new entry at number 37 with Wild Long Lie. And at number 36, Bieber Doobie is down 3 places with The Perfect Pair. At 35, Morgan Seatree has a new entry with Say My Name. At 34, Chase and Status featuring Stormzy and Backbone is down 3 places. Hosier Take Me to Church is down 3 places at 33. Yellow by Coldplay is down 5 places at 32. Viva La Vida by Coldplay is down 2 places at number 31, and Ray's Oscar-winning Tears is down 6 at number 30. Fleetwood Mac and Dreams are down 3 places at number 29. Bieber Doobie is down 3 places with Real Man at number 28. Bless and Cameron Watson are up 11 places to number 27 with Craving for You. At number 26 we have Jazzy and Kilimanjaro with No Bad Vibes down 5 places. At 25 Fontaines DC are down 2 places with Bug. At 24 Fontaines DC are also down 2 places with Favourite. At 23, Bless, Cameron Watson and BB Close are down 6 places with Kisses. At number 22, Subfocus and KTB are down 6 places with Push the Tempo. At number 21, Braylon Rankins and Theo Somali are down 6 places with I Always Wanted a Brother. And at number 20, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are down 8 places with What Is This Feeling. We have a non-mover at number 19 with H and Boo raving in the studio. And number 18, Miles Smith is down 4 places with Stargazing. And number 17, Hosier is down 4 places with Too Sweet. And number 16, Imogen Heap is down 6 places with Headlock. At number 15, Tyler the Creator featuring Lola Young, Like Him, is also down 6 places. At number 14, Hosier, Do I Wanna Know, is down 7 places. At number 13, Naughty Boy and Sam Smith with La 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 is down 2 places. We have a new entry at number 12 with A Guy Called by H. And at number 11, we have Pauser and the Adventures of Stevie V with Dirty Cash Money Talks down 5. Here's your top 10. At number 10, it's Sam Fender, People Watching, down 2. At number 9, it's Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, Defying Gravity, down 5 places. At number 8, Sonny Fodera, Jazzy and D.O.D. are down 3 places with Some Days. And at number 7, we have a new entry for Sam Fender with Arm's Length. We also have a new entry at number 6 with Central C and Little Dirk, Truth in the Lies. At number 5, Miles Smith is down 2 places with Nice to Meet You. At number 4, we have a new entry from Central C and 21 Savage, GBP. And number 3, we have another new entry from Central C, this time collaborating with Dave with CRG. And then finally, a top 2. At number 2, Crystal, The Days is a non-mover. And at number 1, also a non-mover, it's Lola Young with Messy. That's been this week's British Artists Unofficial Top 40. Thank you for listening. I'll be back with some thoughts in a moment. Hello, right, just a few thoughts then. So the first thing I want to talk about is Central C. I have listened to the album. I didn't hate it. Now, bearing in mind, I am, man in my early 50s. It's clearly not aimed at me. I'm not the target audience. It isn't my kind of music. But I actually quite enjoyed listening to it. The other album I listened to this week was the other big album that came out, which was the Teddy Swims I've Tried Everything But Therapy Part 2. But I think it's the success of the album, because Central C's album is at number 1 this week of the official album chart. And it's the success of that that's propelled, the tracks into the chart. It's interesting that the number 2 album, the Teddy Swims one, hasn't really, the song that was already in the chart is still in the chart, not in the British artist charts, obviously, because he's American. But it hasn't had the same. I thought we'd have at least 3 new Teddy Swims songs in the charts, or 2, and the same with Central Sea, and it only materialised for Central Sea. So that's really interesting. I don't know the sales figures, but I'm guessing that the Central Sea album really, really outsold the Teddy Swims one, which is great. British artist, absolutely fantastic. In fact, it's been quite a good week generally, because I always do a few stats each week as well about the chart. So in this week's top 10 British, there were 4 British artists in it. That's 40%. It was only 30%. There were only 3 last week. The top 20 had 11 British artist tracks in it. That's 55%. That is the highest it's ever been. And there has, since I started tracking this in the middle of last year, there have never been 11 British artist tracks in the top 20. So that's really good. The UK top 40 had 16 British artist tracks in it. Again, that's 40%, which is up 7.5% on last week. And the top 100 had 40. Which obviously is 40%, which is up 1%. So yeah, I always look at what percentage of the top 10, 20, 40 and 100 of the official chart are British artists, and track that against last week, and they've all gone up this week. And as I say, for the very, very first time, the top 20 is more than 50% British artists, which is fantastic news. The other thing is, I was thrilled to see, obviously because I've been a big advocate for Lowly. I say a big advocate. I love it. Obviously, I'm not influential in the slightest, but I've been advocating for Messi. I think it's a wonderful song, and the fact that it got to number 1 was fantastic. And then they had us sing it live on the Graham Norton show, and one of the other guests was Cyndi Lauper, sorry, and she was. Oh, it was a lovely moment where she said what a great song it was and talked about what she liked about it and the message behind it. So that was just a wonderful moment for Lola Young, who was sort of like saying, this is not like this song was released ages ago. And Graham Norton asked her, had you sort of given up on this song ever becoming anything? And she said, well, no, you never give up. But so that was absolutely lovely. The album is out. Well, it's already been out, but it's being reissued on vinyl. Is it this week or next week? It's soon. I have ordered it. I was going to listen to the album on Spotify, but I'm waiting for my vinyl copy to turn up. So, yeah. So no, it's been quite a good week for British artists. Obviously, Sam Fender's got 3 songs in the top 100 and 3 songs in my top 10. In fact, there's enough new entries now for it to not quite feel like it doesn't feel like we're just juggling the same songs that we had, left over from last year in the chart. There are 4 new entries in the top 10 this week. So there's a few, and I don't begrudge things like Lola Young and Messi and Crystal the Days, because they're really good songs. But yeah, it's nice to see some new stuff popping in, and a bit of Sam Fender, a bit of Morgan Settle, which my computer keeps correcting to Seattle. I hope I read it out right. I've only just noticed that. Anyway, that's me done. I'll be back at the same time next week. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.